everybody. I'm Lisa. I'm the Director of School Partnerships at WHYY, as Tony mentioned. And you might have noticed some classrooms when you're walking by, but at WHYY here we have quite a few programs for kids in K-12. So we have free after-school programs at the studios, summer camps, which my two panelists here were part of, and we also do programs in schools across Philadelphia, Camden, New Jersey, as well as Delco this year. We have a school in Delco. So yeah, and we teach students how to be journalists, but we also do project-based learning with teachers and students, and we also have a youth employment program, which you'll learn a little bit more about. So, Craig's also in the office, in the building, and he's part of our program as well. We're having a session about how our two young journalists here, Caitlin and Amelia, who I'll introduce both of them, have how they pursue their stories, their process, but also their experience working with WHYY, as well as like their high schools and their peers in their process, making their video journalism, written journalism, podcasts. All right, so I want to introduce both of our panelists. So Caitlin Ho is a senior at Strathaven High School. She's also the co-editor-in-chief of the school's Panther Press. It's a very awesome news site. And she was just named the PA Student Journalist of the Year. So that's pretty awesome. She'll talk a little bit more about that. And we have Amelia Candu. She is a senior at Lower Merion High School and is also a current WHYY youth intern. We work with hundreds of students every year, but these are just two of many students. Yesterday we had 3 other students here, 2 who I work with, a former student and another student, but you'll just learn a little bit heavily about the news work we do, and then the students do it on their own as well. For both of my panelists, you can tell us a little more about each of yourselves, but I would also love for you to answer this question: where did your interest in reporting the news begin? Because both of you do cover that. So do you want to go first, Caitlin?
Yeah, totally. So I actually started doing journalism here at WHYY. I was just looking for something to do over the summer, but the summer before my freshman year, I started here. And it was an incredible experience. Like, they gave us so much freedom to go around Philly and just look for stories, and that inspired me to join my school newspaper, which I've been doing for the past 4 years now.
Yeah. As the co-editor, so you're a reporter, but you're also the co-editor, right? And could you answer that question? Or you already answered it. So let's go on to Amelia.
Hi. I got into making media and news in middle school. I became really obsessed with NPR. Like, I had the WHYY radio schedule memorized at a certain point. And I fell in love with NPR and Morning Edition and This American Life and Planet Money and all these different things. And that inspired me to make my own podcast myself. So I started just recording from my closet in my room, making a podcast about Oscar Wilde. And then I came to WHYY over the summer, and that just slingshotted my skills to a whole different level and opened doors to worlds that I hadn't even considered, like making videos and like real podcasts and photography. Like, I came to WHYY, first did the summer journalism camp, and then after that the youth employment program over the summer. And I had never touched a tripod or a real camera before, and now photography is a major passion of mine. And something I do all the time. So yeah, it's really amazing.
Awesome. And you're both seniors. Caitlin took the summer journalism program after freshman year. Before freshman year, gosh. And then Amelia took it after 10th grade, or you're rising 10th grader, right? Okay. So now that you've told us a little bit about yourselves, Caitlin, could you give us a little more information about this new recognition that you received as the PA Student Journalist of the Year?
Yeah, totally. So I started working on the components in the portfolio of it around January, and it was due in like early February, late January. So the whole portfolio is basically, I have to look back at all the years I've been doing journalism with my school and even at WHYY, and I basically got to look at the journey I've taken from when I first started at WHYY, not even knowing what a lead was or what a headline was, and then coming now where I'm now editor-in-chief. And there are different components like reporting and writing or editing and leadership that I had to show artifacts from. Like these are some examples of when I was a good leader or how I supported my team or when I had a really hard story that I had to cover. And all these components come together to make the portfolio for Student Journalist of the Year. So it's very extensive. I don't think I could have done it without the support of my advisor, Ms. Plows, and the support of my team. A lot of the stories I wrote that I'm most passionate about were done with people on my staff. So it was like, even though I'm the one who won it, I really want to say it was a team effort. I couldn't have done it without everyone on my staff.
Yeah, and can you say the organization that it was from, the recognition?
Yeah, so this organization was the Pennsylvania School Press Association, but PA Student Journalist of the Year, I also have to, I had to resubmit my portfolio about a month ago to have national consideration, so I'm up against the other 50 finalists around the country.
Woo! That's awesome.
Can we vote for you? Is there a way to
There's no way to vote for me. It's done by other judges, but thank you so much.
So it's like a judging committee that reviews
Yes.
it. Do they talk to you or they're just looking at your portfolio?
I don't know about the national, but for the PA, after I won it, the judges sent me comments, which I think they do for everyone, not just the winners, and I was able to use those comments to improve my portfolio to resubmit for national consideration.
Awesome. Are you the first person at your high school to get that recognition?
I am. So my high school, we have an extracurricular program, which makes it a little bit more difficult for us to have a robust journalist program. But we've worked really hard, especially over the past 4 years since I started, to have a stronger staff, have a stronger system, and we've grown a lot. And without that growth in my newspaper, I don't think I could have won this.
And I told Caitlin that seeing her grow like this, my colleagues, Steve and Joe, taught the summer program with her. I think Craig might have been part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do a lot of our programs at schools. But many years ago when I first started here, taught Caitlin's journalism teacher. She came to my audio storytelling teacher workshops. And I've stayed really close with her, Ms. Plows, Kate Plows. And you said that she really is kind of the driving force at your school's news program, right?
She works so hard. She's such an inspiration to all of us. Behind every good journalism program is an incredible advisor, and she works so hard for all of us. She's there working the late nights. She's there supporting us even when we have tough days. Genuinely could not have done any of this without her. She's actually the one who encouraged me to submit the portfolio in the first place, because I was honestly feeling a little insecure. I was like, I don't know if I could win this. There's so many other amazing schools and amazing journalists. She was like, yeah, just shoot your shot. And even if you don't win, you still have a good portfolio to show at the end of it. So yeah, without her, I couldn't have done it.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that.